I'm just gonna be drawing a bunch of lines today. Hey everybody, it's Vicky, and yes, we are in a different room right now, and that's because we are back at college. This summer has felt like such an eternity, but we are so happy to be back. And that's part of the reason why I'm here today, because staying organized as a system in college is incredibly difficult, and I wanted to share a method that we use with you guys, and it might help somebody out there. So on our travels around the internet, we discovered something called bullet journaling, and this is a method of note-taking and like planning things that you can use in your everyday life. You can really personalize it, really make it your own, and all you need is a journal, a ruler, and some markers. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, or it can be super elaborate. Like here's a couple of pictures here and here. This is just a couple of things I found. I don't own either of these. I just went on Tumblr and searched bullet journaling and came up with these. So today I wanted to set up our journal with you guys and show us how we do it and how we stay vaguely organized with, oh gosh, what is it, 100 altars at this point? Yeah, this is definitely going to be helpful. So here we've got a notebook that we found at just a local store, and one of the best things for bullet journaling is the pages with the dots on it. This way you can draw your squares and like set up things the way you'd like. The only thing we've put in here so far is our schedule for fall term, and I was going to pretty it up a little bit with some extra line work. I'll get to that in a minute. First off, an important part about this is decorating things. And if you guys remember from one of our previous videos, we've got these stickers that we bought from Stronghold Shop. I'll put the link in the description. And we've got a few system things, you know, strength in numbers, warrior, plural, please. And then this one that we found, it's not from Stronghold Shop, but we just thought it was cool. That one's going on the laptop. So I think for this journal, we're going to do the strength in numbers and plural, please. All right, going to stick these on there. Yeah, yes. Boom, one down. I feel like this would be cool to like any other systems on campus who aren't really out yet. They might see these and be like, yeah, got you, bro. Okay, I don't know where to put this one. Bottom right corner is always a good bet. Boom. All right, here we go. Couple of stickers. We're probably going to add some more later once we find more stickers. Something that would be pretty helpful to have on the first page is just like, you know, basic information, email, phone numbers, contacts, just in case you get an altar with a lot of amnesia out. So I think I'm going to put my email, phone number, and oh, what else could I put? Maybe Mickey's contact information. That'd be a good idea. And the dots really come in handy here, because then you can just trace the line here and make a box around whatever you'd like to make a box around. I'm probably not going to show my phone and email here because this is like my school email, and if you guys want to contact us through email, I'll just pop that down in the description as well. Alright, there you go. The lines don't have to be perfect either. If there's a little overlap, you can just roll with it and make it kind of cool. And then for our daily pages, we always have like a bar on the side about who's fronting, and I'll show you how we do that. So for each page we usually do this. We put the date, and then we have a column for whoever was fronting. Now, the extra one on this side we didn't do last year, and I thought this would be handy to add. So you can just write, you know, your name, and then what time you switched out at. And then you can leave space between the times on this side if you fronted for a long time, or if you were doing some rapid switching, you can put it right next to each other. So that way you can kind of get a gauge on how long the switch lasted. And then in addition to the fronting table, you also have a whole bunch of room on this side where you can make squares for assignments, things to do, grocery lists, just about anything. Now, our day-to-day setup is pretty simple, but months are where we like to get a little bit fancy. Here we've got the entire month gridded out here. I'm going to label each of these squares with like the date, and then there's just enough room to write down really tiny what we have to do today. This will be things like exams, people's birthdays, club meetings possibly, appointments, and then just anything else we have to do. There's also something else I've seen that I really wanted to try in this journal, and that's a grid like this. These charts are used to track how you're feeling that day, like if you were having a bad day, good day, how you felt. I've seen it used in smaller systems with only a handful of system members, and each one gets a color, and you can color in the days and like when they were out. And I think that's really cool, although that's not something we can pull off because I don't think there's 100 different colors. So I'm going to tweak this just a little bit and have it set for amount of switches during the days. And I think people can just put like tally marks for how many switches were in the day and just to keep track of things, because we don't really know exactly how much we switch. It can vary a lot. And I wanted to see if there was like kind of an average that goes on in our head. I think I'm gonna put this one at the very back of the journal, so once we finish this thing, we can look back and see all the data. Alright, so here is our freshly drawn up switching log. Each line will be a day, and there's about 31 lines. I put 31 because, that's roughly about how many days are in a month, give or take. So I think that's gonna work. I've never done like complicated things like this, so this is really exciting. Honestly, making this video has given me so much motivation to put this thing together, because it's kind of just been sitting here and we've been looking at it like, we should set up the bullet journal. But then, not everybody who fronts wants to sit and draw lines for a while, but if you put on like Netflix or something, or some music, just sit down with a nice bag of fancy pens, then it can be a really good time. It's really relaxing, really calming, and it's almost kind of like meditation, but you're drawing things. It's nice. Alright, I had the pen in my hand, so I just decided to take the plunge and make a chart for how we were generally feeling for each day of the month. It'll be the same drill as the switching one, where each line will be a day, and then this one will be really colorful. We're going to take, markers and like correspond them to emotions, red, anger, blue, sad, yellow, happy, etc. And then just like fill it in, because that way, instead of just one square for a day, we'll have like a little bar, because feelings progress throughout days. It's rarely just one feeling that's just throughout the whole day, and I feel like this one would give a really holistic kind of view on how we were doing. Alright, so these are some tips on bullet journaling. These are just the things that we use. I feel like bullet journaling is a very good substitute for those planners that you can buy in like Office Depot and stuff, because you can really personalize it and make it so it fits your life, because not everyone has those like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday like chunks. And this way you can make like calendar things, more things that pertain to mental health, and like just keeping track of your own life, and I feel like that's just super helpful. Next thing I'm going to do on this channel is a redo of one of our oldest videos. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. It was our D.I.D in college thing, but we put this on private. It's really embarrassing. Yeah, that was before we started hormones and stuff, and our voice sounds like a prepubescent child, and I'd rather not expose you all to that. So I'm just gonna remake it, revamp it with our new editing skills and stuff, because that was our old laptop and that was not satisfactory. Not good. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions for us to put in our bullet journal, please feel free to leave them below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and thank you all for watching. Last thing before I go, do you guys want to see a magic trick? Alright, you ready? Boom! We were reunited with one thick boy. He was at our mother's house for the summer because, we can't keep him at our dad's house, so it is fantastic to have him back, and he is very happy to be back, and it's just great to be reunited with, like, an animal that's so in tune with how you're doing. And he's just really chill. He's just sitting in my hand. He's so good. Alright, be free, boy. Be free. Peace, y'all.